Hey guys, my name is Slow Joe. If we're meeting for the first time, what's up? In this video, I want to speak about the Canon EOS M50 since I've been using it for around 3 months now. I've learned a lot and I've recorded and photographed a lot with it, and everything that I'm going to show you in this video was all done with the kit lens. The only disclaimer that I have is I love recording with a gimbal. I use the Ronin SC, so I have paired my Canon EOS M50 with the Ronin SC gimbal. But aside from that, my main purpose is to show you the quality and the power of the M50, because a lot of the times when people ask me, Joe, what kind of camera should I invest in, and I say the M50, and then they see the price and they're like, bruh, why is it so cheap? Are you sure this is the right thing? Yes it is. And to further that, everything that I'm going to show you in this video was recorded or photographed with the base kit lens, just to show you what you're going to get out of the box with this beast. So with that in mind, let's cue the epic montage. What an amazing blast I've had with this camera. I'm so impressed with the footage I've managed to capture with it, the photographs I've managed to capture with it. And maybe you're on the fence thinking, what kind of camera should you invest in? Maybe you're just a Twitch streamer and you're like, should I get the Canon EOS M50? Well, I use it for my streams. I'm going to show you on screen right now what my streams look like, keeping in mind Twitch compresses everything. I don't have an HDMI capture card, so I'm literally using the Canon EOS Web Utility app, which basically means I think it's only about 540p that the resolution is, but I do have an HDMI card on the way, so I'll show you a comparison when that arrives. But I've been using it for my Twitch streams and it looks amazing. Certain people are like, oh man, that's crisp clean, bruh. And I'm like, oh sweet, bruh. Wait till my capture card arrives, bruh. Or maybe you're a beginner videography that's just starting out, you just finished school, or you're studying and you're like, what kind of camera should I grab right now just to get some freelance work on the side? Well, I'd say grab yourself the M50. It's going to set you back by as little as possible. It'll pay itself off in probably like a few months of shooting with people. You'll get work super easy with this thing because you're still looking at 1080p 60 fps, smooth, bruh. Sheesh, smooth. So if you had to make a decision to buy it, I'll literally just say buy it. I swear my life by this camera, like legit, like invest in it. I knew when I was using a Canon EOS 800D and due to circumstances, I needed a brand new camera. Without a doubt, within a split second, I ordered this thing and I was not disappointed. The only disappointment I had was that it's a really tiny camera. Everything I've seen online makes me think this thing was big. And then it arrived. And then I was like, oh, it's a tiny one. Cue the jokes. But anyways, I have called my camera Patricia for no particular reason. Patricia! And Patricia is a powerhouse. Small but dynamite. Dynamite kind of small pack. Comment section. If you're here for a buyer's decision, my advice is grab it, because it's all going to come up to your lens in the end, which is going to be your biggest investment with whatever camera you have. Now, to the next type of person that I would probably be speaking to is, you've just bought the Canon M50, it's just arrived and you're like, oh man, I need some tips. Well, let me give you a few tips here. The first one, set your menu display to like the standard. Don't like that main like user-friendly beginner guide way. No, go standard. Second thing you want to do, go to your video settings and set it to NTSC, not PAL. PAL. I don't even know what PAL is. No, set it to NTSC. That way you're going to get 60 FPS, 1080p. So you can record in like slow motion. I think I have everything in slow motion. I was like, that's why I'm slow, y'all. Second thing you want to do for your photography is make sure that you are photographing in both RAW and JPEG. Now, let me just quickly recommend that you grab a really good SD card. I'll put one in the description that I personally use. It's 128 Extreme SanDisk. It's really, it's sharps. Now when you're in your video settings, you want to make sure that you set it to manual, and I have so many videos explaining how to set up your camera for LED lighting so that you don't get that flicker, what your shutter speed should be and all of that, so you guys can go and check that out. It's on my profile. But other than that, with those two settings, you already have like a beast. And then also another tip is to make sure you get your white balance right, because sometimes you're going to look like Donald Trump. You're going to be so orange. So if you got LED settings like this, use Twitch streaming, you got cool colors, set it around 4,500. That seems to be a good spot. You might have to adjust it a wee little bit. So yeah, let me know if you're picking one up. Also, let me know if you gave your camera a name. What is your camera's name down below? I'm curious to actually know. Patricia!